Hey Tony, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem, man. Happy to be here.
So this caught my eye. I saw the news story,
Right.
and I'd already seen one of your videos before, and I was like, I wonder if that's the same guy. I'm gonna go check. I
Yeah.
checked, it was.
Yeah.
And then I started reading the story more and more, and I was like, this is just stupid. And then I looked up your account on Instagram. I'm not a TikTok guy. I'm probably a little too old, but I like it, right? Like one of my friends, he comes over and I just look over and he's just thumbing through. Like as soon as there's any lull in the conversation, there he goes, just straight to his phone.
Yeah.
And these videos were just such a hit. And I couldn't believe reading the story. So what happened?
So I had worked at Sherwin-Williams for about 3 years when I was 18, started there. Around last December, I downloaded TikTok and I had seen people on the app were doing the same, like at the same job, making paint videos, the process of a gallon of paint getting its color. And I figured, why not? I'll try it. And the videos took off almost immediately. So I kept doing it. I was doing customer orders. I kept asking the customers, I was like, hey, is it cool if I like film your gallon of paint being made? And they're like, yeah, for sure, that's cool. And so people were really enjoying it on TikTok. The videos were doing well. And I figured, hey, man, I probably should bring this to SW and say, hey, this could be a new opportunity to develop brand awareness through, younger users through TikTok. So I developed this presentation, right, and went through all the stuff, all the logistics of it. I tried getting it to marketing at Sherwin-Williams. With the whole COVID-19 thing going on, they just didn't really seem real interested in seeing it at the time. They were like, yeah, this isn't the time for it. Basically blew me off. And so after that, I started buying my own paint at Sherwin-Williams with my discount. I would thought I would get a little more creative with it, show like different ways to put color in paint, like the blueberry video.
Yeah.
I actually had done research, and that's actually how they used to color paint, was with like natural dyes and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be a cool concept. But anyhow, about a month or so later, I got a call from loss prevention of the company. And he gave me the whole interrogation, man. He just wanted to know what I was doing with all this, because apparently someone had complained to customer service and said, hey, like, what is this kid doing? And
so they probably saw you behind the table or behind the counter, like mixing things and videoing it. Do you think that's what it was when someone complained?
No, I think someone had just saw it on TikTok, and because when I did all that stuff, there was no one ever in the store. I made sure to, like, I was doing my work.
Got it.
I would never interrupt my job for making videos at all.
Uh-huh.
I really did love my job. I cared about the paint industry, helping people get the right products they need. So TikTok was second. My job was first. So I think someone had called customer service in Cleveland and had told them, and then they did their investigation, found out I may have broke a rule or two, just filming on the clock and stuff. But after that, they concluded that they were terminating my employment because of it.
So were you at an individual paint shop, like one you'd find in the corner in your local neighborhood?
Yeah, in my local neighborhood here in Athens.
So when they fired you, what were the terms?
Gross misconduct.
Gross misconduct.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any opportunity to speak to anyone in marketing or speak to anyone about what you were doing and the purpose of it or the potential for it?
Nope. I tried, man. I tried getting their attention about it, and I mean, the only person I really told about it was the loss prevention guy, and he really wasn't concerned with all like the business side of it. He just wanted to know if I was doing my job or following the rules or not. So I never even got to talk to like my district manager. No one really to explain my side of it, what my true intentions were for the whole account.
And no one went to bat for you. No one saw the potential of this for Sherwin-Williams and said, hey, maybe we should rethink this.
Nope, not at all.
It's amazing.
Crazy.
Has any other paint company reached out to you since?
So some cool news here. I just found out this morning. I've had offers all week from basically every major paint company in the United States.
Good.
This morning, I made my decision of where I was going to work. I'm taking a really cool job down in Florida, Orlando, Florida, with Florida Paints.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you're going to be doing, so explain your job. What were you doing on site behind the counter? Explain your day-to-day at Sherwin-Williams.
I was a part-time sales associate. So my job essentially was to help with customer orders. Like if a customer came in, help them pick out a color, tell them what product they would need for their certain project. Then mix up that gallon and sell it to them. I was a key holder too, so I was technically a senior sales associate. So I opened and closed the store. I worked by myself a bunch of times too, and that's when I would mainly make the videos by myself.
Okay. How long were you working at the company?
3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
And just like that, nothing.
Yeah.
Did you get any severance or any type of nothing? Just, hey, see you later.
Yep.
Man, how many different paint companies reached out to you?
I'd say about 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Any big brands?
Yeah, Bear, PPG, Benjamin Moore, all of them. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And you chose Florida Paint Company, or is that the right name? Florida Paint Company?
Yeah, Florida Paints.
What was compelling about their offer?
You know what, man? All the companies that I had talked to, they're great people. They're great companies too, but you know, Florida Paints is a smaller paint company based in Florida. They're not big dogs like the other people. And I'm thinking long-term wise, like they obviously had a bad taste in my mouth from working in one of the biggest companies in America, Sherwin-Williams. I think I was just ready to go smaller, maybe be more well-connected in the business, be connected to the owners, all that good stuff, just be direct with everyone.
That makes sense.
Right.
And did they put any emphasis on you working on social media or continuing to do the videos?
So actually, we're continuing to do Tones Through Paints, and we're actually gonna be coming out with my own paint and color line.
Oh, that's cool. That's real smart.
Yeah.
So how do you know how they create the paints? I mean, outside of what you do, you know, like in the shop itself, back in a factory, how is that process going to work in terms of you creating these paints or you picking out the colors?
Well, a gallon of paint is latex paint, wall paint, exterior paint is it's 50% water, and then you add a bunch of other properties into it to give it like moisture resistance, all the stuff that will protect your wall, and all that stuff. There's a bunch of different chemists that actually formulate it all to make it work.
Okay. So when this happened, how fast did your account shoot up?
I mean, I stayed at a steady 600, 700 for say a month or so. It's always continued to grow. It's never gone down.
Okay.
But I mean, dude, I posted that one video about how I got fired, and it took me from 700 to 1.4 mil.
Wow.
Yeah. And the whole point, I don't know if you had seen that video, why I gotten fired.
I didn't.
I basically made a video explaining, that's the one that really blew my account up. The whole point of the video was to explain to my followers and my audience why I do what I do and why I like doing it. I feel like I hadn't really done that before, made that emotional connection with the audience. And yeah, and I think that really resonated with people, and it took off.
Were you doing these paint mixes before you put them on TikTok? Where'd you get the idea? How did it start?
Like I said, when I worked at Sherwin or afterwards?
Sherwin. In the very beginning, before you even had a TikTok account, maybe you had an account, but maybe you hadn't posted anything yet. You know, like, did you just have this idea of doing this, or where's the genesis?
Well, I loved working at the paint store. I found a passion for it almost immediately when I started working there. And when I was 18 and started at Sherwin-Williams, I had no idea how a gallon of paint got its color, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I pulled it off the shelf and whatever color you needed. But man, the process of it all is cool. I mean, the blend of a certain amount of each color creates its own. And I found that real fascinating. It's very satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you have these followers, right?
Right, man.
There's something about it. It's almost like someone's baking a cake right in front of you, but they're doing short steps for it. And you just want to see, because that paint gradually, as that spins and turns, as you turn it, changes little by little. The color just changes, then you have that final outcome, and it feels very rewarding just watching them.
Right, man. That's the whole goal there. It's very cool.
So at this new paint store, they're going to have a new paint line for you. What else? Are there any ambitions for taking this any further?
Well, we're going to be, like I said, making the color line. We're going to be creating merchandise. They're actually giving me my own little studio too, where I can make all my videos, do whatever I need to do to grow the brand.
Why did you choose TikTok?
Short video platform. It's a lot easier to post stuff like that and have it catch fire rather than Instagram and YouTube. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I didn't really plan on it like blowing up like that, but I thought it was honestly just a fun little hobby for me.
Was there any gamification or any way to optimize your videos or optimize your account to help grow that following? And how did it happen? I mean, you start with 0 one day, and then you said you were at 600,000. What happened in between?
Well, I go by 3. I did a bunch of, when I got real into this, I started doing research about social media. I follow 3 rules. My first one is quality of content. You got to post stuff that people want to see, right? Consistency, you got to keep posting on the accounts, and engaging with the followers. Those are my big 3 rules, and those 3 rules have gotten me to where I am today.
Nice. Did you have any questions about doing it elsewhere first, or was TikTok the clear platform from the beginning?
TikTok was a clear platform. I actually didn't even get into posting on Instagram till a few months back, and YouTube just started a couple weeks ago.
I was going to ask, so are you on any other platforms? I saw you have an Instagram account. That's how you and I connected, but I think that was at like 24,000 followers when I saw it, so it doesn't have that same traction the TikTok page does.
It's newer, but like I said, I'm going to follow those same 3 rules that I did with TikTok and just keep going at it, man. Nice.
How about YouTube? Because YouTube's more of a longer platform. Do you have any strategies for doing something there?
Yeah, so in my videos, you know how they're, I usually do 2-speed or 3-speed, a little sped up just for that shorter platform. I'm just doing real-time videos with YouTube and making the videos a little bit longer, and it's going to be, I feel like it's a little more satisfying when it's just a different type of video. It's like that almost ASMR type videos on
Yep.
YouTube.
That's funny. That's kind of exactly what it is, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Has anyone tried to collaborate with you? Has anyone else reached out to you outside of paint companies?
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, the opportunities have just been endless. I can't even keep up with it anymore. Like Arizona Tea, there's been a few other companies, but yeah, actually a colorant company, the stuff that actually tints the paint, they messaged me too.
Nice. And so with your new job at the Florida Paint Company, are there any restrictions on working with any of these other brands?
It's going to be an exclusive thing. I don't really expect, I think paint wise, at least it will be.
Okay. I think you should milk this for everything it's worth while you can and get you have this one moment. And if it's Arizona Tea Company, for instance, I mean, another huge corporation, take that advantage, take the opportunity, because you won't get it. It's unlikely you're going to get something like this again, right? You had this pop, and you got to seize this moment while it's happening.
Right, man. I completely agree.
Do you know what they wanted to do, or what some of these other companies wanted to do?
They just had reached out for potential collaborations. I still am going through each one. It's been a very, very busy week. I'm still trying to go through and manage it all and get back to everyone as soon as possible.
And you're still a student.
Yeah.
That's what was funny about scheduling this. You're like, I have class. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, of course he has class. Like, okay, let's make sure we accommodate that. So you live in Ohio now. Like, what's day to day since this has happened? Do people recognize you? Has anyone in school said anything? I mean, I guess you're not walking around a bunch with everything going on.
Yeah, I haven't. Since all this blew up, I usually like to go out, do things in town with COVID pending. But I haven't had time to go out, man. I'm like you said, I'm trying to work this till while I got it. But yeah, I've gotten tons of support from all my friends around campus, basically everyone I know, people are recognizing it for sure.
Nice. When do you graduate?
I graduate in summer 21.
Summer 21, okay. So you said you're going to Florida, so are you going to continue at the university you're at now?
Yeah, so actually OU's being very accommodating with my situation. It's all over the Athens news. They said the College of Business is going to work with me to make sure that I finish out my degree.
Nice. What's your degree in?
Marketing.
Nice. That was my degree. I started out in business administration, you know, the general, just let me write that down so I have something to put down. And then I did accounting, and I couldn't cut it. I had my third accounting class, which was cost accounting. And like, this is gonna make or break you, and it broke me.
Yeah, dude.
Faulted the marketing, and I liked it because it's this general cohesion of all the different business aspects.
Right.
And it's the one I naturally gravitated towards because there's a creative element to it.
Right. Honestly, in my opinion, I've done, like you said, all the accounting, finance, all that stuff. Marketing, I think, is the most special part about growing a business. Really creating that connection with your consumers.
So before all this happened, what did you want to do post-college?
You know, I was looking to do perhaps entry-level marketing. I was up for relocation. I wasn't really opposed to it. I was gonna look for basically anything.
Okay.
Get up and running.
And then life changes overnight, and you're with Florida Paint Company. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So walk me through like 0 to 600. I feel like it's just an enormous jump. How often were you putting out these videos? How many comments were you getting on them? You know, was this an overnight thing? Was it a month thing? Walk me through that timeline.
Oh no, it's been it was a process. The first 0 to 600, growing that. I'd like to post twice a day.
Okay.
And then I started getting into maybe, like I said, quality of content. That's another important thing, is coming up with new ideas that keeps people engaged and wanting to see your content.
Were you using any particular apps to make these video edits?
Not necessarily. I just used TikTok. Just used the clips from there and made the videos. Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's very straightforward. It's very easy to use.
Yeah.
And how long did that journey take from 0 to 600?
I'd say from December till probably last week.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks ago.
So let's call it 10 months.
Right.
Interesting. And was it a steady clip? I mean, would you wake up, look at your phone, and you like all of a sudden had 1,000 more followers? What did that look like?
It was very steady at first. It was growing at a very steady pace.
And what did that look like? 1,000 a day, 5,000 a day, 500 a day?
It was probably about 1,000 to 2,000 a day.
Okay. Okay, nice. What have you learned through this whole process?
I learned how important digital marketing is going to be moving forward with our country and business in general. 100%.
And when you talk to these other companies, what do they say to you?
I mean, they said they love my passion for paint. They want me on their team. They want to get some partnerships going. I said that's great and all, but I wanted to work with someone who personally understood my passion, what I wanted to try to do.
Nice.
Right.
Do you know Florida at all? Have you ever been?
I just went this past weekend. It was awesome.
Okay, so you flew out, met with them, finalized everything right there.
Right. Yep.
That's really great. I'm really happy for you. I saw this story and it just reminded me of being back in college and just how your luck can turn. You can have this work out for you, and then bam, the rug is just taken right out from under you. And it's so dumb. Like, I just can't get over the stupidity of this whole situation. When I jumped online and I saw the comments, they were getting blown up over this.
I know Sherwin-Williams is getting grilled all over the internet, and that wasn't even my true intention. Companies do make mistakes sometimes. This whole thing was a mistake.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I didn't want to have them be viewed as the bad guy, because not everyone in that company is a bad person. I worked with a lot of great people at Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I worked with directly at the store were great people. I just think it's that corporate mindset, man. Like, if something's not right or not on their plan, it's got to go.
I'd love to know what their VP of marketing or CMO makes and what their qualifications are.
Right.
Or if this even got on their radar. They could be so far removed from these things and have no clue that it even happened until it was too late.
Oh yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they know now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that they didn't. It was nothing really to be concerned with at the time for them. I think it's like that corporate mindset. You just gotta keep the store's got to keep running. You're always replaceable, basically.
Yeah. Well, congrats on breaking the internet for a day. It was really nice speaking with you. I appreciate your time. And I hope we can share this with more people and it gives them motivation to do this, because at the end of the day, what you did was relatively simple, but you had the idea that no one else had to just do this simple thing. And with marketing, it's usually the simple thing that works. Business in general, and people try to overcomplicate things, layer upon layer upon layer of strategy. It's like, I don't know, just stick with what works. Let's try that out, test and reinvest and go from there.
Right, man. You are 100% right. It really has been a crazy time this past week and how it really has all played out. And it's a blessing, really, how it has all played out for me.
Actually, I have another question. Have any of your marketing professors or anyone you know reached out to you, and what have they said?
So listen to this. When I developed that business presentation, the marketing presentation to show the marketing department at Sherwin-Williams, I went through it with every one of my college business professors, and they said, hey, get this to the company. I'm like, all right, I'll try.
Wow.
And they were impressed. They helped me edit it, and put the right things in there and do all the good stuff.
So you had a business plan or a marketing plan that was curtailed by the marketing professors at your university, and it hit flat.
That's exactly what happened.
They don't even know.
I know, man. I know.
Okay. Wow. Tony, thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
See ya.
Nice meeting you. See ya.
Bye.